Hey YouTubers, Dre Crawford out here, Recovery One Drones. This will be my number 7 construction tip. Today I'm actually going to use a screen recorder, something I don't do very often, and show you using the Litchi app how my flights are conducted, how I keep a certain level that pleases, I would say, 99% of my customers and the engineers and developers and everyone else involved, investors. I'm primarily focused in commercial real estate. So those are the type of people I have to try to please. This is not like doing residential where you're just trying to sell a home. These are commercial properties. Most of them are tilt-up warehouse type buildings. They're pretty much identical in their design and the way they are built to operate. So basically you're looking at trying to satisfy like those people, engineers, architects, investors and so forth. We're talking about millions of dollars of being invested into these projects. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be taking off here using a screen recorder, so you're going to see what I see and we're going to go from there. I'll be adding a little commentary in between. We're going to be taking off here.
0 feet altitude. 96% battery. Recording started.
As always, when I use Litchi, I always try to make sure I keep the voice activation for altitude and battery. To me, those are two main important areas of information that you can
133 feet altitude. 95% battery.
Because when you're trying to maintain a visual line of sight on your drone, you can't always look down fast enough at the screen. So if you're able to hear what your altitude is at, you're able to hear where your battery's at, that allows you to be able
135 feet altitude. 93% battery.
Manner and not make additional mistakes that results in a crash. I'm going to flip this over now to the other screen and go from there. There are several different lines.
136 feet altitude. 92% battery.
One thing is you want to be able to see, obviously, the roof line. Okay, this is where a lot of money for as your natural light comes into certain designs, as you see on top. But also they want to see air conditioning units and everything.
136 feet altitude. 91% battery.
Flat surface of the roof. At the same time, they will be able to catch these side buildings from the top edge all the way down to the bottom. Now, during this flight right here, there are 4 buildings involved in this flight. So I have 4 different points of entrance that this
136 feet altitude. 89% battery.
During the flight. This was a one project, 4 buildings under one project that was submitted for our city. And that way it constitutes one big giant project. So that's why I chose to fly it, to cover all the different areas.
136 feet altitude. 88% battery.
Now what I have been hearing a lot online, on a lot of different Facebook pages and so forth, people are starting to get into this as a business and not really having knowledge of what they're looking at. I've heard, especially when it comes
137 feet altitude. 87% battery.
I stress this enough for people that if you don't have the knowledge, try to take your time and before you take on jobs that require roofing inspections or roofing flyovers. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't know the term of
138 feet altitude. 86% battery.
Roof installation and everything else, you're going to either make a bad impression for yourself, obviously, but you make a bad impression on the drone industry. And I say that primarily because of drones.
140 feet altitude. 84% battery.
The commercial real estate market. Some of the larger global companies usually have it in-house. Some of regional companies are starting to take it in-house, or they hire outside firms like myself to do the work. But the biggest thing is
142 feet altitude. 82% battery.
In these flyovers. Many times they want video logs, especially if you're doing one like I do from the ground up. They want to see the whole progression. When this thing starts from doing excavation and and
144 feet altitude.
building the pad
81% battery.
process, frame up work, and even sometimes they want to see how the actual roof lining, far as the arches and steel frame of the roofs are even put together. So you got to have an idea of what you're talking about, and what you're getting involved in.
144 feet altitude. 79% battery.
Bad name for yourself, but you also put a bad black eye on the industry and so forth. And that these guys, because like anything we're doing right now with a drone, this thing 10 years ago, somebody was climbing on these roofs, walking these roofs with a point and shoot camera. So it can be
144 feet altitude. 78% battery.
A drone is just a tool for you to get the job done in a different manner. And this is where the industry is going. And we're going over towards the third building, actually the fourth building, leaving the third building, going over to the fourth building.
144 feet altitude. 76% battery.
So back to what I was talking about. You're talking about multi-million-dollar structures here now.
143 feet altitude. 75% battery.
So these individuals are very serious about how they spend their money, and they want good results and consistent results with their money.
$143 feet altitude. 74% battery.
I say doing projects like this are not exciting. I'm sure a lot of FPV people would love to be able to dive down and just get real low those roof lines, but you know what? That doesn't satisfy engineers and architects.
141 feet altitude. 72% battery.
And it's about as exciting as watching paint dry. But I tell you what, you can easily make several hundreds up into tens of thousands of dollars if you get with the right firm and you show them you have the right skill set and the knowledge and patience to get
138 feet altitude. 71% battery.
And they're not interested in a lot of post work, anything like that. They want, if you got your camera set up right, you won't be hardly doing any post work. You'll just be submitting this video, or this will be part of your video.
136 feet altitude. 69% battery.
Come in as maybe the last phase of your video, where you'll start off showing it being just a dirt area, and you'll show it within one complete orbit, because your orbits will be identical every time. That you'll show how this structure has came from nothing but dirt to where it is right now.
134 feet altitude. 68% battery.
So this whole flight might have took a total of 6-7 minutes, and I'm back in place right now, and you see it's going home. So once again, this is Dre Crawford, Recover One Drones.
170 feet altitude.
It's the 23rd December.
67% battery.
Please have a good Christmas. Hold your family tight and be safe out there. And always hang on, enjoy the ride, and please subscribe. And when you fly, please fly legally and safely. Thank you.
297 feet altitude. Recording stopped. 65% battery. $184 feet altitude. 64% battery. $13 feet altitude. 62% battery.